Greetings, happy day. This is tirra-olufemi, your goddess guru, here to provide you a wellness inspiration tip today. I have a confession to make. I've been very stressed. There are not a lot of people that I've told this to, but I have been having to wear a heart monitor. And in the very first video that I made on self-love, it was so funny to me that I made a video on self-love and I could see my little heart monitor sticky thingy there that is an indication that something is not quite right. What I want to talk about is how stress really can kill you. It seems almost cliche nowadays. We hear people talking about stress. We've heard people talk about stress forever and the effect that stress has on our lives. We are told, look, be less stressful. I will never forget in a movie that I watched that was very pivotal in my life called The Secret. And in the one portion of the movie, they were talking about how our thoughts and what we think affects our health. And there was a doctor on there, and when he said the number one cause of sickness is stress. Stress manifests itself in numerous ways. There are so many ways that stress manifests itself. But basically, it is about our taking our thoughts and our reactions and our perspective on what we're seeing and what we're experiencing in our lives and storing it somewhere in the body. Now, there are many ways to relieve stress. Stress is not necessarily a bad thing, and in many ways, it's an indication that we need to become a little more aware. We need to become what? More present in the moment. Being present in the moment will really relieve a lot of stress. If you just think to yourself, you know what? I trust life. I trust that there is a divine presence, wisdom, and power in my beingness, in my world, in my experience that will take care of it all. And if we turn ourselves over to that, you just stay present in the moment and you just know everything that's unfolding is for the highest and greatest good. And whatever you need to do, you'll be present and aware enough to hear it and you can act on it. And you trust everything will be okay. But many of us don't have this trust all of the time. We may have it some of the time, but we don't have it all of the time. And therefore, we will experience stress and we maintain it in the body. For your friend, I maintain it in my heart. I also maintain it in my throat. I started getting strep throat. I began to realize when I've never had strep throat, but the last 3 to 4 years, I will find I have strep throat. And so often it is after me not saying something. I'll get really upset or there's something I feel I should have said and I don't say it and I feel stressed about not saying it and it gets stored here. Well, recently I began to realize I didn't know. I did not know. Here I am thinking I'm so zen. I'm Miss Om. That I'm so spiritual that surely I'm doing a good job. And about 6 months ago, I began to notice I had heart palpitations. It was a very busy week, and I thought, wow, I have heart palpitations. It was amazing. And I thought after this week, they'll be gone, and they weren't. It took several weeks for my heart palpitations to stop. And these heart palpitations have come and gone. And recently, I'd say maybe a month ago, I experienced heart palpitations that felt like they were taking my breath away. And so I decided it's time for me to go to the doctor because this is not normal for me. And the good news is the doctors really can't find anything. I've been to 2 doctors and no one can pinpoint anything. My heart looks healthy. In general, I'm fit. I work out regularly, as everyone knows. And so it probably, I eat very healthy. I'm not perfect, but for the most part, I've eaten very healthy for a long time. So I'm excited that the heart monitor it has had to be put on me because it's not conclusive. And all I can ascertain is that I am stressed. that the little worries that come in my mind, and maybe sometimes the judgments I make about myself, the different issues that I need to continue to work on to become a healthier person in my body, mind, and spirit, I've been storing right here, right here in my heart. Because I noticed when I made a decision, I will choose to not get stressed out. I will choose to not participate in other people's drama. And if you've talked to me, I'm not talking about you, because there are a lot of people that talk to me about their drama. I'm not talking to you specifically. I'm not. This is no indictment against anybody. What I'm saying is that now, if someone comes and talks to me about the things that are going in their lives, I listen basically objectively and I let it go. I'm not holding on to other people's stuff. I am truly seeking to move past judging myself and others. And what I'm finding is that the more I walk in peace, the more I choose to feel good. I don't experience heart palpitations every now and again. And I notice that usually my heart palpitations go along with a stressful thought that I have. It is amazing. I'm so happy to have this heart monitor because it's making me become more aware. I'm so glad they said, well, look, we're putting this heart monitor on you, though we can't find anything wrong with you, because it's making me have to stay conscious and aware of what's going on with me. And so I want to tell you today, please monitor the stress that is in your life. Now, some of us are dealing with stress in healthy ways, and some of us are dealing with stress in not so healthy ways. Some of us eat. Some of us veg out on the couch. We think it's relaxing, but if we get lost in that TV and we get nothing done, that in a way is a way to avoid dealing with the stress. A lot of us are in avoid dealing with the stress. And so many of us are caught up in addictive patterns that have everything to do with numbing us out instead of confronting what is going on. So what I want to encourage you to do is, if nothing else, become aware of the stress. If you're finding that you're having a recurring health issue, then more than likely that is where you're storing stress in your body. Some of us have issues in our stomach, heart. If you're finding that you're not able to have a bowel movement regularly, that is a form of storing stress. You're holding on to it. I know it may sound gross, but let's just be real. If you can't boo-boo, something's up. Maybe you do need more fiber. You probably do. And you need more water. But maybe you're storing your stress in your bowels. Headaches. There's so many different places. Notice your hands. Can't sleep at night and you wonder why. Maybe you're stressed and you just need to let it go. How do we let it go? That is the journey. The way I relieve my stress may not be the way you relieve your stress. See, it's not about anyone telling you exactly what you need to do all the time. Sometimes it is about you getting on the journey and figuring out what it is you need to do. I love yoga, but not everybody does. Well, find something. Go out, take nature walks. Some people de-stress through cleaning. I love that. There are a myriad number of ways. You just need to give yourself permission to do that. Now, I have a friend. Her name is Karina. And it's so interesting because I met Karina when I was teaching fitness classes in the beginning of my fitness career, actually. And she was a mom that was coming to work out, and we just clicked. We really clicked. And it wasn't until maybe a year ago that I began to find out Karina is a life coach. And she has written a book called The How to Deal with Stress Handbook. You can find that book on Amazon.com. And her first name is Corinna Karina Bowers, Bowers. I will make sure I put her website in a link in this video. But I appreciated Karina sharing her stress handbook with me at the time. I did not think I was stressed, but you can best believe I picked that book back up and started reading it again when I began to realize I'm stressed. And she will give you tips. She will tell you some of the biggest causes of stress as well, and give you ways to relieve stress. And we may think we know it all, but sometimes we need a reminder. And that's what Karina's book is all about. So today I just want to encourage you to deal with stress. There's no reason for us to be stressed if we're going to trust that there's a higher divine power. However you look at that, I don't define people's spirituality for them, but however you look at it, there is a greater um, energy or pattern, wisdom pattern, however you want to look at it. God, the goddess, however you want to look at it, unfolding, taking care of it all. Because when we look at nature, we can see nature takes care of itself. You do not see trees out stressed out about losing their leaves. They trust their leaves will come back. They know their leaves will come back because they pay attention to the cycles. They trust that they will grow, and they just do. And if we just take time to study trees and other creatures in nature and beings in nature, we will realize if we do the same, we will be young forever. We really will be. We will be healthier. And the more health and abundance we walk in, the greater ability we have to do good in our lives. So this is my wellness tip for you today. May you walk feeling so peaceful and feeling so well. Get rid of stress. Don't let it kill you, okay? Let's choose life. May you have a very harmonious and peaceful day. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. Peace